So one of my favorite lessons through everything, honestly, is the disk method. It's a very simple method. To me, it makes a lot of sense. If you need a visual, I highly recommend that you watch this video. It's a great video. So go through that to see what's going on. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a function, we're going to spin it around the x or the y axis. And so spinning it around creates a circle. And you can kind of see what's going on here. We take the square root of x function and we're going to spin it around. And it's going to give us a volume of a shape. Look at these pictures. That'll help you out. And so if you think about it, what we're really doing is called a disk because we're getting a circle. So we're going to basically, if you remember, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So what we're going to do is, in order to figure out the volume of the washer, it's going to be the integral, or pi times the integral of the radius squared. And our radius is actually going to be our function. And then in respect to x or in respect to y if we're doing it around the y-axis. So looking at this, we're going to set up but not integrate. So let R be the region enclosed by the x-axis, the y-axis, the line x equals pi, that just gives us our right bound, and the curve y equals sine of x. So what's the solid generated by rotating this around? So we're going to take this function, we're going to rotate it around. So it's really just going to be pi r squared. And it's important to pay attention to the axis. This is going to be the x-axis. So this is going to be pi times our function squared. And it's going from 0 to pi because those are our upper and lower bounds for this function. Looking at this one's going around the y-axis instead. So you can see our lower bound. In this case, we're going to do it in respect to y. So we're rotating it this way. So this integral, it's going to be pi. And then our lower y value is 2 and our upper y value is 4. And then our radius is our function, because remember our radius is always changing based upon this function. And since we're doing it around the y-axis, we want to solve for x, get x by itself. So if y equals x squared plus 2, then we'll have y minus 2 equals x squared. And then square root both sides, so we get plus or minus y minus 2 equals x. Now remember, the plus is talking about the positive side, the minus is talking about this negative side. We obviously are talking about the positive side in this one. So we're going to be doing the square root of y minus 2 squared dy. And this one is not just asking us to set up, but actually to evaluate. So just to take it another step further, you would have the square, canceling the square root, you have y minus 2 dy from 2 to 4. And then you would just integrate, so you'd have pi times y squared over 2 minus 2y from 2 to 4. Just substitute those values in, finish out that problem. And that's all there is to this disk method.